shut that, and then I'm gonna take this off. It's not that bad out there. It looks grim. It's all rainy and unpleasant. It's not actually raining, but it's just grim. And but it's not that cold out as long as you're out of the blowing wind. I don't know if you can hear that all around me. So today I am going to make a potting table because I got one off Facebook Marketplace, my favourite place to buy things. So yeah, hopefully I can work out how to do it. It's all in pieces. I've got photos of how it should look. The man was very kind and left it all as simply as he could, and so it should be pretty straightforward. I was going to go and do some gardening today, but it's really grim. And do you know what? The first thing I did was exactly what I expected to do, which is I walked straight up here, straight into some fox poo. It's just every time I come up here, I basically have to christen my experience out in the garden by treading in fox turds. And it's nice that she leaves me these gifts. I mean, I could blame the dog, but I don't think it is the dog because hers are just, anyway, let's not talk about poo. Why do I always get onto these awful subjects? And then I edit it later and think, what are you talking about? Stop it. So without further ado, I will stop bibbling on and I will start just building this down here, which you can't see, but I will stick in some footage. And then once I've done that, I might just chat on a bit longer about some other things that are happening out here in the potting shed. So before I start actually building it, I did go and pick a beetroot just then because I saw Charles Dowding talking about his, and he cut his open and they were all squishy inside from the snow. And so I'd been merrily assuming that all my crops were fine. Well, yeah, all of them were fine, pretty much. But there's a chance that maybe this one isn't, because I haven't actually checked it. So I'm going to just cut it open and have a look and see. Oh, to get a decent knife up here. It's looking good. That's fine. And one I think I can eat that won't. I just had my teeth, the elastics replaced. I do it every 4 weeks at the moment because they're nearly there. I'm nearly going to have my braces off. Maybe by the summer, when I've got loads of crops, I'm also going to have new teeth that don't go yellow every time I eat a curry or anything else, and I can have coffee again without worrying about it. And I will also not have such awful teeth. But in the meantime, looks like I can eat that one. Doesn't look too bad, I don't think. To be honest, I've tried beetroot a couple of times and have not noticed my teeth going red, which I find shocking given that they stain your fingers in an instant and anything else they touch. Yet turmeric, however you like to say it, seems to send my teeth yellow instantly. So I don't know. Yeah, look at that. So there's a few more. They're quite a lot smaller. There are some bigger ones. I think there's some, maybe the standard normal ones. They're probably Boltardi, I guess. I don't know. I had a mix. I got a mix. I can't actually remember where from. So if it's a Boltardi, I guess they might be. They seem to have grown a bit bigger, whereas these ones are all a bit smaller. And then I've got some golden ones that are smaller yet, but it might just be that I multi-sowed. And I do think that the soil quality out there is still not good enough. I think that this year I'm going to be collecting more seaweed at the sea. I've done a bit. I went out the other day. We went down for a dog walk and I just couldn't help. I couldn't resist picking some up. So I was just gathering it in poo bags. I've got these poo bags. It's not enough, but it's like, ah. And then I have been making, I've got down here, I'll do another video on it another day, quite a few supplements. And I have been putting comfrey feed on them and general weed feed like borage and dock. And some seaweed feed as well, but I think I underwatered really, and I also think the soil just needed a lot of work. I think the first year this garden was pretty barren, and I think that probably it just needed a lot more than I gave it. That's what I've decided, and that this year my crops will be better. I do think the drought it suffered, and I probably should have carried on watering because we didn't have a hose pipe down here, but I felt guilty using the water, so I was carrying water from the bath, from the shower down here, and I just don't think I was bringing enough down. And I didn't have my water butts set up, so I didn't have any other source of water other than the tap, and I felt guilty about it, so I didn't use it. And I think during one of the most important weeks or 2 weeks of the season, we weren't here. So I think that's probably part of the problem. Anyway, listen, I said I wasn't going to bibble on because I look at it afterwards and I think, why are you bibbling on? You're supposed to be doing something which is building this. Building this here. So, yeah, 20 quid. It's all right. Right, I'm going to get cracking. I'll probably do this on fast forward with some music or something to make it less dull. I've no idea what you can see. I still haven't got my camera set up, sorted in here. And in fact, it's my birthday soon. I may be having some new things arrive. Anyway, cue music. The problem I have with a lot of DIY is I don't like noise, and so I try and do everything as quietly as possible, which when you've got an impact driver is not really possible. I should probably just wear noise cancelling headphones, shouldn't I? It is, however, my firm belief that all women should be gifted an impact driver, maybe on their 18th birthday or something, just so they can discover the joys of DIY, because I think a lot of women don't do it because they probably don't feel strong enough. I'm the weediest person you're likely to meet, and thanks to this machine I can do so much more. So that's my little, if I were king for the day, I would make impact drivers compulsory for everyone. So I'm desperate for lunch now. I'm really hungry. In fact, I did this whole project hungry, and that was a mistake because I think it's probably taken me too long and I should have gone outside and done it. And there are many things that I should have done with this project, but it's, it's fine. I've got a table. What I'm going to do is stand it up and let's see if it stands up and things just roll off it, probably because I've made it in such a haphazard manner. But as I say, I was trying to put the screws back where they were into the holes with slightly longer screws, and what I've learnt from that is that maybe whoever put this together originally had a similar lax attitude to their DIY, and there's a good chance that when I put it together it's just going to be like that. Or, well, let's just hope it stands up. We can just pray for that, can't we, really? And maybe I should go and get some lunch and stop standing here starving, getting slowly hangry. My pepper's not looking that happy, but we'll see. I thought it had frost damage on it. I think some of it is, I think that's some frost damage there, and it's gone a bit mouldy there, so I'm going to have to cut it back a bit more. And then I think we're almost at the point where it's not going to live, so we'll see. It's an experiment anyway. This is an old bench that we've had. It's one of those things I think I got from a charity shop for like a £5, and where are you there? I got it for about a £5. It's just continued to be useful in many different forms. It's performed so many different tasks. It's performed many different tasks, including kitchen bench that we used to sit on. It's so rickety now. Should really probably just go, but I suspect, know me, I will continue to keep finding jobs for it to do. I think it's lived outside for a while, which is why it's been treated with something, but I can't quite bring myself just to get rid of something that might be useful. Space. just crunched a broad bean then. That was not intentional. Look! So I got a little potting area. It's not too bad. That's only wobbling because the floor's a bit got something under it, under its foot. Hang on. Okay, it's all right. This is fine. So this is supposed to be. We're starting to insulate it, and then Al's long COVID got too bad, and it just stopped, and we ran out of chipboard anyway. So we're just leaving that for now. One day we can probably get round to doing it. It's starting to get a bit mouldy in here, sadly. The damp's getting through. So the intention was to waterproof it all. Never mind. Long COVID is a nightmare. How's it look? Pretty good, eh? So I'm going to just put my last few bits on here, and then I'm going to go and have some lunch. This was left at my house by a child of a previous owner who, I'm not saying what college they got it from, but probably you'll glimpse it in some of the videos, but they certainly brought it home from the art department. We shouldn't have, but I've been very grateful for it. Right, that'll do, that'll do. Where's this one going to go? Maybe later. Maybe another day. That's it, I've done it. I'm happy. I'm going to go in now, get something to eat, and hopefully the weather will improve one day and I'll want to go outside again. At the moment, yeah, it's not looking very appealing, to be honest, so I think I'll just stay in. Look what I just found on my arm. What are you doing in here? Does that explain why I've got a few munch holes in my broad beans? Look, I assumed, oh look at this, I just knocked it on the way when I put the potting shed in. Very upsetting. Potting table. It's very upsetting. Sorry, bean. It was on this broken one, so the one I just broke by accident has got, I might as well take it off, it's got a few munched bits, but I thought that was, yeah, maybe that's this young lady here. What do you think you're up to? I'm going to look you up and find out what you are. Google Lens doesn't know, but wow, is that a swift creature? Look at that! She's on a mission to eat more of my food. What am I going to do with you? Where are you going to live? I think I'm going to have to put you outside. I'm really sorry, I don't know what you are. Oh, my hands are really dry. Right, come on, go inside, Katie, it's lunchtime.